The Guardian put out an article about churches being on the decline, U.S. churches being on the decline. And I can see that the trajectory of the church is also helping to create the trajectory of women and the birth rate and the marriage rate. It's all going hand in hand. Churches are closing at rapid numbers in the U.S., researchers say, as congregations dwindle across the country and a younger generation of Americans abandon Christianity altogether, even as faith continues to dominate American politics. And basically, the COVID-19 pandemic kind of exacerbated this. The situation means some hard decisions for pastors who have had to decide when a dwindling congregation is no longer sustainable. About 4,500 Protestant churches closed in 2019. The last year data is available, with about 3,000 new churches opening. It was the first time the number of churches in the U.S. hadn't grown since the evangelical firms started studying the topic, with the pandemic speeding up a broader trend of Americans turning away from Christianity. The closures, even for a temporary period of time, impacted a lot of churches. People breaking the habit of attending church means a lot of churches had to work hard to get people back into attendance. The last 3 years, all signs are pointing to a continued pace of closures, probably similar to 2019 or possibly higher, as there have been a rapidly rise in American individuals who say they are not religious, me being one of them. Protestant pastors reported that the typical church attendance is only 85% of pre pandemic levels. COVID-19 may have accelerated the decline, but this trend has been on the rise for a while now. I have definitely noticed. Okay, in this survey, they found that some people stop going to church because of college or jobs. But some of the other answers are not so much logistics. One of the top answers was church members seem to be judgmental or hypocritical. The younger generation just doesn't feel like they're being accepted in a church environment, or some of their choices aren't being accepted by those at church. About a quarter of the young adults who dropped out of church said they disagreed with their church's stance on political and social issues. Since the 1990s, large numbers of Americans have left Christianity to join the growing ranks of U.S. adults who describe their religious identity as atheist, agnostic, or nothing in particular. This feels like patriarchy coming to an end, coming to a close finally, because patriarchy has used religion to reinforce its tenets. Women aren't being shamed and controlled, and it's not as strong as it was before because we're leaving the church. Y'all comment though. What do you think?